What's up guys, Caleb here, and today marks my 2-year anniversary since I started making YouTube videos. On December 4th, 2020, I posted my first video of a review of the Steamboat Willie idea set.
If you look up there, that's him up there, and I gotta say, I love how this turned out.
I still remember it pretty vividly. It was just like a boring Friday afternoon. I had some extra time, so I sat down and just took my camera and literally started rolling. And it was very, very bad quality. And over the past 2 years, I've been able to kind of improve my quality while also making this like amazing community here on YouTube. I've met so many amazing people through YouTube, and it's overall just been an amazing experience on YouTube. So I'm very happy to celebrate 2 years of YouTube today. So to kind of celebrate this big milestone that we hit, I decided to kind of do a Q&A. So I put out a community post and I said that I wanted to respond to every single comment, and boy did I get a couple weird comments. We'll get to those, but that's what today is. Today is just me celebrating this milestone and just reading what you guys have to ask me, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. First question here is from Fusion Warrior: cereal or milk first, a decision that defines your character. I cannot think of why somebody would put milk first. It baffles me why someone would do that. See, if you put milk first, you get something called splashback, where like the cereal is hitting the milk and then the milk is just splashing up. Whereas if you go in with dry cereal first and then put milk over, you don't get this like splashback on you. And so yeah, I just don't see any reason why anyone would go milk first. Ray Rodriguez says, no restrictions, unlimited Lego, what would your dream mock be? And I kind of narrowed it down to like 3 options here because I'm indecisive. Number 1 would be like a massive like Casino Royale mock where you basically have the entire casino with James Bond and casino tables, like minifigs of all the characters and stuff. That would just be like sick to me. Number 2 is that scene in that one Star Wars movie where it's like the salt planet and they have like the red salt and the speeders and stuff. That's just like such a cool scene to me. I feel like it'd make like a really cool like massive Lego mock. So for sure, if I had like the pieces, I would want to make like a huge mock of it. And the third option would be a Dunder Mifflin branch. So basically there's already the office set, but I would kind of like merge that into an actual like office building with like the actual office and the parking spots and all the rooms inside of it and stuff. That would just be really cool to me. Lego Zoner says, would you ever start a small Lego city? And this comment got 7 likes. This is the most liked comment on there, which I was surprised by because I already have a small Lego city. If you've been on my channel like at all, I think you probably would have seen that I've had a small Lego city. Well, one of the modular buildings is my brother's and the 2 others are mine. I'd like to add another building. I might buy the 2023 modular if it looks good and add it to there because we have 1 extra space up there. I was definitely confused why this got so many likes because I already have a small Lego city. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoy it, but yeah, I already have one. Dope Nerd Short says, would you ever do gaming? And this is something that I've kind of experimented with on my channel just a little bit in the past. I've done 2 videos on the Lego Star Wars game like quite a while back. I think it was in February and December of like last year. And those videos didn't perform like super well, and overall it wasn't super fun to make. Like I had more fun just sitting down like this making a video than making one of those. It's just something that I don't really think I can see my channel like turning into full-time. Like maybe part-time at some point, but not really now. Like maybe in the future. Cosmic says, what are your top 3 Star Wars movies or series? Now I am one of the most casual Star Wars fans, at least in the Lego space. Everybody in the Lego space seems to be super into Star Wars and stuff, and it's fine. I've watched all the movies and stuff. I like it. I'm just not like super into it. But if I had to pick 3, the first that jumped to mind was Andor. I just finished watching Andor on Disney Plus, and it was excellent. It was the best like Star Wars show I had seen, I think, ever. Like it was absolutely amazing. If I had to pick 2 other shows or movies, I think Rogue One's going up there. Rogue One was very good, and I think I'd also put Solo on there. Solo was amazing. Samurai Ab Studios says, favorite non-Lego YouTuber, also no sidemen. This is an answer that changes a lot for me because I watch a lot of different, you know, types of content from different people a lot of the time. But if you ask me right now, I feel like I'd have to say Jay Schlatt. Jay Schlatt is just like amazing. All of his videos are so funny and just generally got like a very funny personality and very like entertaining to watch.
It's just a hot dog on the top and there's no hot dog. Just bread and cheese.
He also has a second lesser known channel called The Weekly Slap where he posts like kind of like life lessons. I don't want to say life lessons, but people send him like genuine real problems that they have in life, and he's very good at like responding to those in a really cool way, and it's overall like a really cool channel. So he's got like a really funny, entertaining personality, but he can also be serious at times, like responding to like emails and stuff, and it's overall just, he's a great channel. Nuclear Buster Boy says, are you gonna make any stop motion? Now this is something that I have tried before very, very early on. In fact, if any of you guys have watched this video, then it means you're like a diehard fan, because it was like almost 2 years ago now. I essentially tried to make some stop motions with Lego, and it just wasn't very good. I've experimented with stop motion like with other items that aren't Lego like a few years ago. For me, it's something that's incredibly time consuming, and just something that you have to have an insane amount of patience for. It's just something that like doesn't really interest me. Don't get me wrong, because there are incredible Lego stop motion YouTubers out there, and that's also kind of why I'm not doing it, is because there's so many other good like stop motion channels out there. I'm just not gonna be as good, you know? I am not good at stop motion. Just build it with probably the weirdest question I got, but I said I answer them all, so what is your opinion on monkeys? At first when I read this question I was like, okay, monkeys, yeah, they're okay, you know, they're cool. Then I realized Hit Monkey is like my favorite Marvel show ever, like top 5 TV shows of all time for me, like amazing show about a monkey. And Curious George, like the most nostalgic show of all time, like I watched that so much like as a little kid, so like that has a special place in my heart. He's a monkey, so yeah, I guess I like monkeys. It's like one of my favorite shows of all time and one of the most nostalgic shows of all time for me are both revolve around monkeys. Brick Kid says, what's the better Lego theme, Star Wars or Marvel? And this is something that's just really up in the air for me, because with Star Wars, Lego Star Wars at least, it's always consistently decent. Pretty much every year has a few really, really good sets, a lot of just okay sets, and a few really bad sets every year to make a overall decent year pretty much every year for me. So Star Wars is like consistently okay, whereas Marvel, Lego Marvel, is just all over the place. For example, 2021 was the best year of Lego Marvel I think we've ever had. We got the Daily Bugle, we got the Benatar, we got all sorts of just amazing sets that year. It was a great wave, phenomenal. But then 2022 comes along and it just falls apart. We get all of these awful, massive sets that are just not that good. Then again, the few 2023 sets we have look amazing. Like the Hulkbuster is so cool and the Quinjet is just beautiful. So with Marvel, it's either like an amazing year or just a dog crap year. And it's just really up in the air on what it is, whereas Star Wars is more consistent. Overall, I don't think I can pick a favorite. Sorry, this got really overcomplicated here. I have more Star Wars sets than Marvel sets, but the few Marvel sets I do have are amazing. Saber Troopers commented one of the most like common comments that I have got since April, and that is, when will Pretty Little Princess Productions return? I'm gonna say this for the last time, she's only coming out on April Fools. Like, that is when the last one came out, and that is when the next one will come out. I have an amazing plan on how to, like, bring her back. Like, she's going to come back, and it's going to just, like, it's going to be spectacular. But the sad truth is, I think you're gonna have to wait till April 1st, because I can't bring this thing out, like, every few months, or it'd just be a nightmare, because these are awful for me to make. But I can promise you this, she's not gone, and she will be coming back on April 1st, 2023. That is a promise. Gianluca and Joy, I'm sure I'm pronouncing this, like, absolutely incorrectly, but what are your thoughts on LEGO DC and how it's being treated? For those of you who don't know, LEGO Batman didn't come out with any sets in 2022. There was not a single LEGO Batman set in 2022. 2021, we got a bunch of amazing Batman sets, but this year we didn't get any. And I heard one of the designers say basically like there hasn't been much like new DC content to make sets off of, which I guess makes sense. It's still just very disappointing to me that we haven't gotten any DC in 2022, and I hope it comes back in 2023 for sure. Weekly Bricks, who was trying to start a war over this essentially by asking thoughts on pineapple pizza. It's a disgrace to pizza. You cannot put pineapple on pizza. Taking a good fruit and you're putting it on a good food, and you're making that good food mushy and overly sweet and just bad. I don't see why people like it. It makes your whole pizza mushy and sweet and awful, and it's just bad. Don't put it on pizza. No, just no. Rick Bunker says, how much money do you spend on Lego? And that's something I don't really have a guaranteed answer to. I don't want to say a little, because I definitely don't like buy just a little bit of Lego. You can see I have a fair amount of Lego back there. But this is also from like 3 or 4 years of collecting, and I have a few other shelves, so like it comes from years and years of collecting. I'm just not one of those like diehard Lego fans who like goes to the Lego store like every release date and like stays up in the line and stuff just to, like get the new set as soon as I can. I just generally like if a set piques my interest, then I go out and buy it, and that's about the extent to it. So like I don't know how much money I spent on it. Corbrick says, is Sam annoying? And this is a question that is the second time he's asked this on my channel. He actually put it on another one of my videos. I just didn't respond because I don't know how to respond to that kind of thing. He's my brother. He's, you know, he's a good friend. He's not annoying necessarily. I mean, we bicker every once in a while, but like, I wouldn't just go out and call him annoying. He can be annoying at times when we're fighting, but we don't fight too much, and he's generally a pretty good brother. That's all I got to say that. I'm not sure why you commented it, but whatever. Scott Davis says, what's your favorite minifig that you own and one that you want to get in the future? And this is a really good question. But as I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty indecisive, so I think I'm gonna have to pick 3. I feel like the Spider-Man figure has to go on here. This figure is absolutely great. Like, it is an amazing figure with like arm printing and stuff. I feel like I have to put the James Bond minifig on here. I don't like what they did to his hair. Like, his hair is absolutely terrible. But I've been wanting a Lego Bond minifig for years, so to finally just have one is just really cool to me. And my 3rd one has to be this Indiana Jones that I actually just got in, you guessed it, Ohio. This is honestly an amazing figure that I just love. I forgot to read the second part of Scott's question of what is a minifig that I want to get in the future. I'm like, my dream minifig would be the New York I Heart Yoda. Just because of like its rarity. It's like one of the most rare Lego figures of all time. There are literally only 3 ever made. It's so high in demand that people have literally faked the packaging for the figure. They will fake the figure and then fake the packaging, which is insane. Well, this is my dream figure. It's something that I'll never get because it literally goes for tens of thousands of dollars. And the last question we have is from Diamond Drago 27, who says, what/who inspired you to do Lego videos on YouTube? I thought this was a pretty fitting question to put at the end because, you know, it's my 2-year anniversary. I think like my biggest inspiration for like Lego YouTube videos is definitely M&R Productions. I watch him more than like almost any other YouTuber right now, and I've been watching his content ever since like quarantine started in like March of 2020, and he's just overall just always somebody that I've watched and admired on YouTube just because of like his success and the quality of his videos. When I started YouTube 2 years ago, I was just kind of inspired by his content, and I wanted to make Lego content like his, where, you know, I sit down in front of a camera, just me, not a ton of fancy editing, and just talk about Lego. That's all the comments that I got. Thank you guys for watching this super fun video to make. Hit a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay up to date with my latest content. I'll see you guys later. Peace.